中共统治下，僧人被迫赤色教育，没有真正的宗教信仰自由。中共舆情管控升级，没收百姓卫星信号接收器，老百姓被迫接受中共电视的洗脑与愚弄。吉林省四平市百姓水灾后抢摘被水淹没的玉米，中共粮食丰收骗局破灭。
这老伴儿啊，这累的实在可怜的，我帮他干点别了。
空置楼盘被插满 CCP 血旗，洗脑绑架14亿中国人。
我2次说明老人吃药不方便的情况下，我们的工作人员说哪里不方便，哪里残疾了，让我看一下，我就需要送给你们。
西安一景区管理人员践踏人权，要求残疾人下车证明自己残疾，
然后告诉我哪里残疾了，让他走2步。这2个人员也没有佩戴任何的工服和出证件。景区管理人员说，处理结果就是口头批评。对我。
主播莫欣，生日快乐！祝愿祖国繁荣昌盛。无论我们在天涯海角，我们的心和祖国永远在一起。谢谢大家。
啊，我女儿医疗自查了啊，2018年到现在啊，我为女儿做了啊，地方政府不但不负责，还不让我孩子去自辩啊，关了我10个月啊！第二这我存在的价值还有什么意义了啊？过来！
民众视频爆料，百姓愤怒反抗中共交警发生冲突。10月3日，上海南京路下午5点，人如潮涌，川流不息，完全无视疫情的威胁。
你们东西破这种
10月2日，美国总统川普感染中共病毒后，金正恩致电慰问。依靠虚假广告包装能够预防和治疗白内障的神药沙普艾斯，终于被揭穿欺骗外衣，跌下神坛。腾讯平台与内容事业群花1.7亿采购华为手机奖励员工，被员工立刻在闲鱼高价售卖。中共军机频繁扰台，威胁台湾安全。美国海军军机首次降落印度安达曼群岛，威慑中共。美国总统川普感染中共病毒后欲入院治疗。10月2日，中共军舰出现在花莲外海，距台湾仅30海里。
Ant Group. They expect to raise $30 billion soon, eclipsing the $25 billion raised by Jack Ma for Alibaba in 2014, and even beating the $29 billion that was captured by Saudi Aramco in January. Most investors see this as a simple financial transaction, and Wall Street seems eager to get in on the action. But there are multiple reasons to believe that it can get a lot more sinister. So just what is Ant Group? It used to be called Ant Financial Services, and it's partially owned subsidiary of Alibaba Group Holdings. Yes, the same Alibaba that took $25 billion from an American IPO just 6 years ago. And yes, the same Alibaba founded by Communist Party member Jack Ma. But what do they do? Ant Group provides financial technology products and services. It dominates the Chinese market for mobile payment services with its Alipay platform. Think of it as Apple Pay, PayPal, Samsung Pay, all rolled into one. And Ant Group does more financial transactions worldwide than both MasterCard and Visa combined. Nearly $18 trillion are moved annually through their platform. The Chinese communists will be thrilled. They hope to capture dominance in all global financial transactions. Remember, they said they were going to de-dollarize the world and de-Americanize the world? This is part of that. It's also part of unrestricted warfare. Just how comfortable are you that a self-admitted Chinese Communist Party member has a controlling interest in a company that has access to all of those financial transactions? Would you be willing to give them your money or access to your data? Unless something changes, you may not have a choice.
U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will be coming to South Korea next week as planned, despite concerns he might call off or delay the trip because of President Trump's diagnosis. Pompeo, according to Reuters, confirmed on Friday that his series of visits to countries in Asia will go ahead. He's currently in Europe and is due to leave for Japan on Sunday. He'll then stop in Mongolia before coming to South Korea.
A memo late Friday from the White House physician Sean Conley said President Trump is doing very well and is being treated with remdesivir, an antiviral drug approved by the U.S. FDA for severe cases of COVID-19. The doctor said President Trump is resting comfortably after taking his first dose and is not in need of supplemental oxygen. His treatment also involves an experimental antibody cocktail for COVID-19 developed by Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. President Trump had been transferred to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Maryland several hours earlier. Soon after arriving, he tweeted a video message.
I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
The most recent study says people with the new strain had a higher load of the virus, meaning it may be more contagious, but I need to point this out, not more deadly. Joining us to discuss, the Chinese virologist and COVID-19 whistleblower who says she has proof that the China virus was manufactured in that lab in Wuhan, China. Dr. Li, so I was very suspicious about this early on. I took some heat for it. But why don't you lay out for me the case that you believe this was a manufactured virus in Wuhan, and more importantly, was it released on purpose or accidentally?
So first, this is a lab-made virus based on the nature strain of the Zhongshan bat coronavirus, which is discovered and owned by China military. And after the modification, the scientists use their techniques, which they are good at, and they used for years to play with the material, and finally generate this SARS-CoV-2 virus, which is lethal and high contagious to affect human. And also this virus like human very well. And also this is definitely come from the lab intentionally. I have intelligence evidence, and also as I have mentioned in other media, that only based on the scientific experience that I have been working in the P3 lab under WHO reference lab for years, I can tell you that there is no way for such dangerous virus come out by accident from P3, P3+, or P4 lab, because government is not stupid.
Ronna McDaniel having also contracting the CCP virus. Also, where are the markets right now? I think we're seeing some stability in the markets. We're seeing stability among our allies. We've got some breaking news later, Jack, I think, about America's military support in the South China Sea. So a lot of good things happening today. It's just another day in the office over at the White House. Mainstream media is in complete hysterical meltdown. This is how they have the problem with nobody in the Democratic Party wants to show up to vote. They all want to hide in their rabbit hutch, right? Because they've been traumatized by the mainstream media. Now, look, we've been covering the pandemic since mid-January, right? We refused to kind of drop the handle pandemic when people came to us in the spring. So I said, hey, I think this thing is kind of impervious to heat and humidity, and that's why we had the big bounce in the summer, because it is impervious to heat and humidity. This pandemic's not over, and it's not over by a long shot. And here's the reason. This came from the Chinese Communist Party. This came from a CCP lab, whether it's a bioweapon program or a gain-of-function experiment gone awry. This is China's problem. China has done this, and they've exacerbated it. And the Chinese media is mocking and ridiculing us right now. They're particularly after President Trump. So I hope folks in the White House understand that this is the CCP virus. Jack, you mentioned something in the break, the irony of contracting this on the 1st of October. What is that?
China National Day. So here we have the CCP virus that has been given to our president on their national day. There is some irony in that. But the even better irony is going to be when we watch Donald Trump power through this illness and we stick a thumb in their eye as a result.
我一定会自重啊！我不自重的话，我只是对大家不负责，对爆料革命不负责啊！但是呢，兄弟姐妹们，我不能让共产党的病毒把我圈在家里、困在家里，那是不可能的啊！它不会影响我的任何的灭共，它只能让我更加积极的灭共。上天保佑川普总统和他的夫人，和保佑天下所有人啊，都不要染上病毒。染上病毒的人，我希望他们真正的能度过。我相信青绿葵、阿奇美术会救川普总统和夫人的命，然后他们会义无反顾的会灭共。我相信他会加入新中国联邦你信不信，战友们？你们信不信？今天对世界的震撼，就是给灭共的上天给了我们人类上最后一个选择，是选择共产党还是选择新中国联邦，没有第三个选择。兄弟姐妹想过吧？你还想有第三个选择吗？川普总统都没选择，加入新中国联邦和灭共再一个就是跟共产党一起那就这么简单，所有的全人类都这么选择。就刚刚的给我开视频会里边的那哥们儿，他说我们家里边现在就面临一个最大的选择是跟你郭文贵站在一起，新中国联邦是跟共产党干到底，因为在中国太大利益了。我说那就自己决定吧。这刚刚完川普总统的事就出来了，你说你佛兄弟姐妹们，你们知道啥叫潘多拉盒子了吗？这只是刚刚开始。庇佑所有天下人都平安，躲过共产党的潘多拉之战。
印度的 CCP 病毒死亡人数突破里程碑式的10万人。川普总统在住院后的一条推文中说，他感觉良好。川普总统的医生说，总统正在接受瑞姆西韦治疗和适度的休息。川普总统的竞选经理比尔·史蒂芬病毒检测呈阳性。强生公司以65亿美元完成对 Momenta 的收购交易。在万圣节期间 ，Airbnb 为减少人员聚会而暂停部分客房出租。众议院通过了2.2亿美元的民主党病毒刺激法案。大选前的最新就业报告显示，美国失业率降至7.9%。